Blah 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 blah. Hello cybernauts and welcome to another edition of Life According to the Gnome, and I am the Gnome. And today we're going to be talking about a blog post I made earlier, which is called Tolerant Left, I Don't Think So. Now if you want to go and find that blog and read about it, then just go to lifeaccordingtothegnome.co.uk and hit the blog button and you'll find it there by today's date. So easy enough. Anyway, if you don't want to, just listen. Why do I think the left aren't so tolerant anymore? Well, this stems from me messing around on Twitter and Facebook this weekend, kind of sorting out this Life According to the Gnome thing and messing around my YouTube channel and the website, and I got a bit waylaid once I got onto Facebook. I saw a post on there which was basically a derogative post regarding Donald Trump, and somehow Nigel Farage was put in the same category as well, and one of my friends had liked it. So I thought, well, I'll have a little read. So I had a read and I was looking through the comments, and I was a bit saddened because it seems to me that anyone who didn't agree that Trump and Farage are racist fools and not fit for purpose or whatever, those people who didn't agree with that were absolutely lambasted. Basically, it was a witch hunt. So it's that same old thing I'm seeing more and more on social networks, and I'm sorry, but it does seem to be coming, the hate seems to be coming, and the intolerance seems to be coming from the left side of politics. Now, when we had our referendum here in the UK, it doesn't seem, it's just probably, well, it is a fact, more people to the left of politics voted to remain in the EU, and people more to the right side of politics voted to leave. I was one of those that voted to leave, and I still think I made the right decision. But I must make it absolutely clear right now, I was not swayed by any of the leaflets and any of the propaganda from either side that was touted during the campaigns. If I saw something that would have changed my mind, I did my own research into it and had a look. I was certainly not a sheep, and I certainly was not lied to. Well, I may have been lied to, but I didn't take any notice of it. As I said, I did my own thing. Now, it seems to me that since Brexit, and since I came out and said, look, I voted Brexit and I still think it was the right thing to do, I have now been labelled as far right. Now, I've never been far right. I am centre, maybe erring just a tiny bit to the right. Not massively right wing at all. But now I am far right according to the left. God knows what the people who were far right are now. They far and away right. I don't know. It's just become absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, back to the Facebook stuff and all that sort of stuff. I see people, and it is coming from the left, calling anyone who didn't agree with the left, so basically the right wingers, that we're all idiots, we're all racist, we're all bigots, and we're all inward looking. Now, I'm not saying that every person on the left side of politics is spewing that sort of nonsense, but it does seem that the majority of it is coming from the left. Okay? We have the likes of Tim Farron. I watched Sunday Politics yesterday. The bloke is an idiot. An absolute idiot. He knows full well that the people of the United Kingdom voted to leave, and that they were led to understand that that vote would be binding. It even said so in all of the literature, and that we would indeed be leaving the single market. We knew that. It was told to us so many times by so many different people from both sides of the fence. So it is very disingenuous for someone like Farron to come on the television and say that we didn't understand what we were voting for and we didn't know that we were going to be leaving the single market. Mr. Farron, we did. It's so disingenuous, it sickens me. It's absolutely ridiculous. And if any of you out there are on that same bandwagon, well, I'm sorry, but you're all idiots too, and you're being disingenuous, because I can't believe that you're stupid enough to actually believe what you're spouting, because you knew full well that we would be leaving the single market. You knew full well about that bus. Now, that bus is just hilarious. Do you not understand? Okay, or people who are saying, oh, look at the bus, you were lied to. I wasn't lied to about the bus. I saw what it said on it and thought, well, the reality of it is that only a government that is in power at the time when we leave, when those funds become available, that money could go onto the NHS. That would be the government of the day's decision. Okay, the Leave campaign are not a political party. It's quite simple, do you not think? It never said on that bus, we will give the money that we're saving from membership of the EU to the NHS. So it's that kind of disingenuousness that is starting to irritate me a little bit. Not that I care that much, because I think the people that do spew that stuff, they're not worth listening to anyway, because it's just blah, 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 blah. How many times have we heard it? I'll defend the lefties as well, saying, okay, the people are going, Brexit means Brexit. You know, that's a bit blah, blah, hard Brexit, soft Brexit. It's all just nonsense. Brexit means leaving the EU. That's what we voted for. We decided that the country decided by a majority that it wanted to leave the European Union. And that means to not be ruled by the European Court of Justice. That means not to be in this cartel that is a single market. It is not a free market. A free market means you wouldn't have to pay anything. It's just free trade. We have to pay billions a year into the EU to get free access to the single market. And again, anyone who's saying different is being disingenuous. They know the score. They know that we put money into the EU. Some of it comes back. Admittedly, I'm not stupid. But why do we even send that in the first place? Why does that even go out? I mean, it's just the whole figure thing is nonsense. So I don't actually think anyone knows what's going on. But back to Trump and Farage. Now, sorry, there's emails coming in for work. I suppose I better go and do some work at some point. But anyway, back to Farage and Trump. They are getting abused so much. Now, Donald Trump hasn't even had the chance to govern yet. Yet somehow the Brits, what happens in America is fine. You know, that's your own problem. You voted for Donald Trump as a majority and you get on with it. But for the Brits to then come in, and again, left-wing Brits coming in, absolutely lambasting Donald Trump. What's it got to do with us? Why do they care? They don't. It's because they just want to have a moan. And it does seem to me that the more that I'm studying this, it seems to me that the left are the most intolerant people out there. They are the ones that are being more bullying. They are the ones that are spreading more hate. They're the ones that are spewing out all the labels, and they're the ones that are in denial. Again, not all lefties, you know. There's no reason why you can't be on left of politics and actually be sensible. And I would say there are a fair few that are. But there's a hell of a lot that jump on this bandwagon. Okay? So that's where I'm sort of coming from, is I'm saying, look, this is why I don't think the left are tolerant. They are supposed to represent left side of politics, especially liberals, are supposed to, support tolerance. They're supposed to support fairness. They're supposed to support democracy. They're supposed to be all-encompassing. And if you look at some of the stuff I'm seeing, is they're the most intolerant, they're bullying, and they're, to be honest, they're damn right annoying. They're talking rubbish. And that's bad. I don't see a lot of Brexiteers going for Leavers' throats. Remainers' throats. They're not, bringing up websites, calling them all W words and stuff. I'm not allowed to swear on here, or else I can't monetize it, so I can't say. But you know what I'm saying. I think that's all I really need to say about it. It's just I'm a little tired now of all the labels being thrown around. I think it's kind of funny in a way. You got to smile about it. But if people's idea of intelligent conversation is to type a line of profanity or to lambast someone because they don't agree with them, then that opinion isn't really valid. It just makes you look like a twat. In fact, I think, as I've said in my post, let's be frank here, most dullards that comment on stuff such as Farage and Trump, and laden in their comment with profanity, haven't actually read past a headline anyway. You know, there just seem to be more like lame keyboard warriors who think it's cool to be a twat. I think it's cool to be a twat sometimes, but not just sitting there using profanities. I've had it on my own channel. This has only been set up a few days, and already I've had someone giving me all of this. No argument against what I'm saying, just you're an idiot, you don't know this, you don't know that, but no actual explanation of what they're talking about. Basically, their comment, you can go on YouTube and see it, just made them look like an idiot, and I told them that. And that's fair enough. If someone's got an argument, put it across in a polite, well, you don't have to be too polite, but put it across in a concise, unwaffling, easy to understand format that actually puts across your point correctly. Calling me a name, or calling Farage a name, or calling any Brexiter a name is ridiculous. You're all idiots. There, I call you a name. Of course I joke. I'd be a little flippant, I would say. That's it for today. It was only a little short, sweet one, but I hope I'm getting my point across there. Say, go and have a look at the blog. If you like what I'm saying, or you don't like what I'm saying, or you just want to get irritated by me, click the subscribe button, and of course follow me on Twitter. I need all the followers I can get. I've only just started, and I only got 6 followers at this point, and 4 of those are me, or maybe 3, one of my daughter. So, you know, come and have a bit of a laugh on Twitter. We'll have a fair fight. Bye.